Well, the Megaton finally happened. After all of the uncertainty from the fan base whether or not we'd see any Dragon Ball Super characters appear playable in this game, those doubts were finally put to rest in the latest issue of V-Jump magazine, where 3 new characters were confirmed playable: Beerus, Hit, and Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black. Up until now, Dragon Ball Super representation has been few and far between in the game. We've seen a couple of character moves that appear to come out of the show, and then you have Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta, as well as Frieza's golden form making an appearance, but now we will be seeing full on the main antagonist of 2 major arcs of Dragon Ball Super: Hit from the Universe 6 tournament arc, and Goku Black from the Future Trunks saga. I'm honestly pretty surprised by these characters being confirmed, because I just always assumed that the game started development too late to include a character like Hit or Goku Black that was introduced so recently in the anime. But luckily I was wrong. So Goku Black will be a playable character, and it's not even DLC, it's on the base roster. Of course, it's obvious at this point that characters featured in the current arc of Dragon Ball Super, which is the Tournament of Power, will not be making it into the game. At least not on the base roster. I'm still hoping that we see Caulifla and Jiren as DLC at some point in the near future, since both of those characters have pretty much been the stars of the Tournament of Power, of course in addition to this guy. So with that out of the way, let's quickly take a look at these characters themselves. We'll probably get reveal trailers of these characters at Jump Festa this weekend, but for now, these scans provide a bit of information about the characters, their playstyles, and their movesets. Let's start off with the Universe 7 God of Destruction, Beerus. I think Beerus is the least surprising of the 3 characters being announced here, as he's pretty much been around for 5 years now, since Battle of Gods was first released in 2013. More importantly, Beerus was actually playable in the last ArcSys Dragon Ball game, Extreme Butoden, on the 3DS, so a lot of people were expecting to see him playable in fighters for that reason, but it's always nice to see confirmation. Next up, we have Universe 6's assassin, Hit. I'm extremely happy to see Hit as a playable character here, because ever since he was introduced in Super, I felt like Hit and his unique time-stopping style would make a perfect fighting game character. That was like one of the first things that came to mind for this guy. If we look at some of the screenshots here from the scan, we can see some of the moves that look straight out of his fight against Super Saiyan Blue Goku from the anime. And you could even see like the crazy time skip blue aura effect thingy in this screenshot here as well. This is definitely one I want to see in motion, and screenshots aren't going to do him justice. For anyone watching this that doesn't actually follow Dragon Ball Super, I assure you that Hit is a perfect addition to this game, and I think if you check him out and just see him in action in fighters, you're probably going to become curious about watching Super, because Hit is an actual badass, I assure you. Finally, we have the fan favorite Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, featuring Zamasu as an assist. There was a lot of discussion about how they'd portray this character in a fighting game. You know, would it be Goku Black with the Zamasu assist? Would Goku Black and Zamasu be like separate playable characters entirely, or would they just put them together as merged Zamasu? Well, we got our confirmation here, and it's pretty much what I personally expected out of this character from a gameplay perspective. It's going to be the Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, with Zamasu jumping in every so often. And just from reading the short paragraph they provided here in V-Jump, it looks like ArcSys is going all out with Goku Black's moveset. He can turn his hand into a key blade, which should allow for a super diversified moveset, especially to differentiate him from the regular Goku characters in this game. The Sai makes an appearance, which I love. and it was great in the show, and it was always going to show up in the video game, so I'm happy to see it here. And at the same time, it also gives me some like Jedha vibes from Marvel Infinite, and that's a good thing because Jedha is awesome in that game. It also looks like Goku Black will be able to produce a number of clones as well, which, again, right out of the anime, I'm glad to see that. My favorite aspect of the character, though, is the tag team element between Goku Black and Zamasu. There were so many awesome, memorable scenes and shots from Dragon Ball Super involving the two characters, like joining forces and plotting together and doing like tag team attacks, I guess, against the good guys. And it looks like a lot of that will be represented through Goku Black's moveset in this game, which I think is wonderful. I look forward to laying an ass whooping on some filthy ningen when this game comes out. Curiously though, there doesn't seem to be any mention of Merge Zamasu here in the V-Jump article. This actually leads me to believe that Merge Zamasu may be revealed as a DLC character at some point, probably alongside Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. To me, Merge Zamasu is kind of like the final boss of the Future Trunks arc in Super, kind of like think Kid Buu for the Buu Saga, similar thing. He's an important character in Super, and I think he absolutely deserves to be like a separate playable character alongside the regular Goku Black. There's definitely enough material from the anime to have Merge Zamasu as his own separate character with a full unique moveset. But for now, let's enjoy Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, and I'm pretty much dying to see this character in motion because I think he's gonna be a favorite. This guy's gonna be all over the online ranked games, trust me, and for good reason because he's awesome. One more important thing from the V-Jump article here is the confirmation of quote-unquote dramatic productions in the game, which is pure fan service, and of course I love it already. It will reproduce famous scenes from Dragon Ball before and after the battle when certain conditions are fulfilled. So just looking at some of the screenshots here, it looks like if you kill Yamcha with one of Nappa's Saibai-men, he dies and goes into the pose. Oh yeah, the dead pose. You all know the pose. I love it, you love it. And I bet we're just scratching the surface here because if you've been following this game, you know the team working on this game are like super fans of the original Dragon Ball anime and manga. There is no way that some of this incredible, like specific, perfect fan service makes it into this game unless the people behind it are like legitimate die-hard fans. So I'm expecting a ton of these dramatic productions in the final game. And of course, you better believe I'll have the comparison videos of them on my channel, of course. With just over a month to go until FighterZ launches, I didn't think I could get more hyped for the game. But I was wrong, because after seeing these scans and seeing how awesome these three characters look in the FighterZ engine, my hype is pretty much at an 11 out of 10 at this point, you know, somewhere in that range, 11, 12 out of 10, something like that. These three look so good, and I pray that Caulifla gets into the game as DLC, because at that point, this game would pretty much have my dream roster of super characters as playable characters. Again, Jump Festa 2018 will be this weekend, and that's where I think we could expect to see some like official reveal trailers for these three characters. I'll be covering all that on my channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see more awesome updates and videos like this on Dragon Ball FighterZ. I'll also be working to get those comparison videos out as soon as possible, assuming we get that footage. And now this time it'll have these dramatic productions. Ooh, very dramatic. Anyways, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the hype, and take care.